So having poor sleep habits, which are long term, can have serious long term effects. When you don't get enough sleep, especially if it goes from weeks to months and sometimes even to years, the brain doesn't really get a chance to be able to repair and to flush out all the bad toxins and all the byproducts and waste of what we do for brain metabolism in order to be able to think. So over time, it can lead to a lot of issues with attention, memory, being able to problem solve, and it can even lead to issues with regulating emotions. So it also puts you at higher risk for dementia and things like that. So sleep debt is absolutely real. It exists. I think it's much more common now than it was before, given our work culture here in the United States. Sleep debt is basically cutting down on sleep daily, right? And then you accumulate a certain amount of sleep that you owe back to your brain, right? So that's what sleep debt is. So if you regularly cut that, again, it's going to affect your thinking, your ability to pay attention, to think on the fly, to regulate your emotions, and it can even lead to mental health risks like depression, anxiety, and things like that. So it's very important that you have a regular sleep pattern if you can, and when you can, to catch up on as much sleep debt as you can. At first, it's kind of subtle, honestly. At first, it's just you may not even notice as much, maybe just feeling a little bit tired, a little bit sleepy. But over time, if it starts accumulating enough, or you have a couple of days worth of sleep debt, then you're going to start feeling irritable. You're not going to be able to focus. You're going to have issues with your memory, remembering things, completing tasks at work and in your personal life. And the person may also feel emotionally off and very fatigued, and so it leads to a low tolerance for like things that can happen to you in your everyday life. And so that's why many people actually in the United States and worldwide basically supplement with caffeine. And so if you notice that you're drinking more caffeine than normal, that should be another red flag that maybe you're not getting enough quality sleep. There are people that have different sleep habits and they still function just as good as those with different sleep habits. So it's not a one answer fits all. But most of the time, research wise, they say that going to bed around 9 to 11 is the most ideal for the circadian rhythm. And your circadian rhythm is the way your body functions during the day and during the night. When do you wake up? When do you feel hungry? When do you have to go to the bathroom and things like that, right? So it's important to figure out what your circadian rhythm is and to follow that as much as you can.
Got it. So we learned that sleep is definitely important. Now, to see more medical myths that we've busted, you can tune in every Monday right here in Arco Paso. But for now, we're going to be turning it back to the city of El Paso. Here's what's coming up.